Ever feel like if you just made a little more money, all your financial problems would disappear? Yeah, I've been there too. We've all had that thought. If I just got that raise, that bonus, that side hustle income, everything would be fine. But here's a tough truth I had to learn. More money doesn't fix money problems. In fact, for a lot of people, it just creates bigger ones. Why? Because personal finance is only about 20% head knowledge. The other 80%, that's your behavior. It's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you have. Today, we're going to break down 4 simple, powerful rules that will fundamentally change your relationship with money. These aren't get-rich-quick schemes. This is a blueprint for taking back control, reducing stress, and building a future where you are in charge of your finances, not the other way around. Ready? Let's dive in. First up, the word that makes a lot of people cringe, budgeting. But I want you to completely reframe how you think about it. A budget isn't a financial straitjacket. It's not about restriction or telling yourself no all the time. A budget is simply you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Think about it. At the end of the month, have you ever looked at your bank account and just been shocked? Like, where did it all go? That feeling is a symptom of not having a plan. Creating a budget is your plan. It's you, proactively, at the beginning of the month, giving every single dollar a job. This much for rent, this much for groceries, this much for gas, this much for savings, and yes, this much for fun. When you do this, something magical happens. The financial anxiety, that constant low-level hum of stress, starts to fade away. You're no longer reacting to your finances, you're directing them. You gain clarity. You know exactly what's coming in and what's going out. It empowers you to make conscious decisions. Suddenly, you can see where you might be overspending and where you can redirect money toward your real goals. Whether you use an app, a spreadsheet, or just a simple notebook, the tool doesn't matter. The act of planning is what counts. It's the first, most crucial step to taking control. Now, once you have your budget in place, you've got to build a buffer between you and life. Because life happens. The car breaks down, the water heater goes out, you get an unexpected medical bill. For most people, these events are full-blown emergencies that send them spiraling into debt and stress. But they don't have to be. This brings us to rule number 2. Save a $1,000 starter emergency fund as fast as you can. I'm talking about gazelle intensity here. Sell stuff you don't need, pick up extra shifts, pause all non-essential spending. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get that $1,000 into a separate savings account that you do not touch for anything other than a true emergency. Why $1,000? It's not enough to solve all of life's problems, but it's enough to handle most of the common "oh" moments. It's a psychological turning point. That $1,000 is your safety net. It's the wall you build between a crisis and an inconvenience. When the tire blows, you don't have to panic and reach for a credit card. You just calmly say, "Okay, this is an inconvenience, but I've got it covered." You handle it with your emergency fund and then immediately work to build it back up to $1,000. This single step breaks the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and constantly falling behind. It gives you your first taste of real financial peace. It's a game changer. All right, you have a budget and you have your starter emergency fund. You're no longer playing defense. You're ready to go on offense. And the biggest opponent on the field? Debt. Student loans, credit cards, car payments, personal loans. It all feels like a giant, overwhelming monster. So how do you slay it? Rule number 3 is the debt snowball. Now, the math nerds out there will say, you should pay off the highest interest rate debt first. And mathematically, they're right. But remember what we said at the beginning? Personal finance is 80% behavior. The debt snowball method is designed to work with human psychology, not against it. Here's how it works. You list all your debts, excluding your mortgage, from smallest balance to largest, regardless of the interest rate. You continue to make the minimum payments on all of them. But with every extra dollar you can find in your budget, you attack that smallest debt with everything you've got. You throw all your focus, all your energy at wiping it out. Once that smallest debt is gone, you get an incredible psychological win. You actually did it. You eliminated a debt. Now, you take the entire payment you were making on that cleared debt, the minimum payment plus all the extra you were throwing at it, and you roll it into the payment for the next smallest debt. That's why it's a snowball. As you pay off each debt, the amount you're able to throw at the next one gets bigger and bigger, and you build momentum faster and faster. You're not just paying off debt, you're changing your habits and seeing real, tangible progress, which keeps you motivated to see it all the way through to the end. This leads us to the final, and perhaps most important, mindset shift of them all. Rule number 4, live like no one else now, so later you can live and give like no one else. This is the core philosophy that ties everything together. While you're budgeting, saving your emergency fund, and crushing your debt with the snowball, your life might look a little different from your friends or neighbors. They might be getting new cars, taking fancy vacations, and upgrading their homes, all financed with debt. You, on the other hand, are driving a paid-for car, saying no to some nights out, and focusing on your financial goals. It might feel like you're missing out. It might feel like a sacrifice. And you know what? It is. But it's a temporary, intentional sacrifice for a massive long-term gain. You are choosing to delay gratification. You are choosing to build a foundation of rock-solid financial security instead of a house of cards built on payments. The goal isn't just to be debt-free. The goal is what comes after. The goal is freedom. The freedom to change careers without panicking. The freedom to be outrageously generous. The freedom to build real wealth and leave a legacy. The freedom to wake up every morning without that gut-wrenching feeling of being owned by your bills. You are trading a few years of intense focus and discipline for a lifetime of peace and options. While everyone else is still stuck making payments, you'll be the one who can truly live and give like no one else. So let's recap. We're not fixing money problems with more money. We're fixing them with new behaviors. Rule 1, create a budget. Tell your money where to go. Rule 2, build a $1,000 emergency fund. Turn crises into inconveniences. Rule 3, use the debt snowball. Attack debt from smallest to largest to build unstoppable momentum. And Rule 4, live like no one else now, so later you can live like no one else. Embrace temporary sacrifice for permanent freedom. Following these rules won't be easy. It will require focus and discipline, but the payoff is immeasurable. It's not just about a bigger bank account. It's about peace of mind. It's about control. It's about waking up every day knowing that you are the one in charge of your life and your future. You can do this. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Decide right now that you're done letting money run your life. It's time to take control. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on how to win with your money. Let me know in the comments which one of these rules you're going to start with today. I'll see you in the next video.